In this video, I'm going to show you how to build an AI agent that automatically responds to customer inquiries for their online order. Hey, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name's Rick and I build AI automations for service businesses to help cut down on time-sucking manual tasks. Okay, so on this page, you're going to see this Shopify order that I've got. I've created some test orders here, and if we go into the first one, this is for a smart security system, and you can see that this is the fake customer that I've entered in, and that you can see the order has been fulfilled. So what we're going to do is we're John Smith, and we're going to inquire about this particular order. Okay, so I sent that email, and what it's going to do is it's going to come into this automation. So this automation looks for the email, and then the AI agent decides what it's going to do, and then it's going to send you an email to approve, and then it sends it once you click approve. In addition to that, there's a sub workflow that looks at your Shopify account, looks at the order to get these details. So what you'll see is that the email has come into my inbox, and then we're going to look at the actual execution here. And once it triggers, you can see that the execution is running. You can see it took 8.3 seconds. And then we're going to go into our inbox, and you're going to see this email that was generated. You can see the proposed AI response. Thank you for reaching out. Happy to provide you with a shipping status for your order. Your order was placed on this date, and here are the details. So I'm going to approve this message, send response, and then in John Smith's email, he's going to receive this automated message. So this is going to cut down on hours of you having to check your account and then get back to the customer. So next, I'm going to show you how to build it. Okay, so we're going to start in n8n, new workflow. We're going to click this plus icon, add first step, and we are going to look for Gmail as the trigger on message received here. And you're going to connect your credential. You're going to select your credential. If you haven't already, you're just going to create new credential and follow the prompts. We're going to leave it as every minute, but we can change the frequency in which the trigger checks your inbox. And then we're going to add a filter as well, and we're going to put a label, and we're going to say in our inbox, we're going to use all unread messages. And you can rename your trigger up here or by pressing space in the canvas here. We're going to leave it as Gmail trigger for now. Next, we're going to add a node, and this is also going to be a Gmail node, and it's going to be mark a message as read. Okay, so again, you're going to select the account, we're going to mark as read, and we're going to come back to this. So what we want to do is let's go to our email, and let's compose, where is my order? Checking in on my order status. Okay, so we're going to send this, and what we're going to do is back in the workflow. Where is it? Here we go. We're going to double click into this trigger, and we're going to fetch the event, fetch the test event. Okay, and so now it's going to populate with the email that we just saw. We're going to pin this, so we're going to use this information to build our workflow. Okay, so you can see that it's got this purple pinned icon now. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go into this, and we're going to drag this ID straight into message ID. And you can see if you've done it correctly, it's going to go into the curly brackets and turn green. Okay, if we execute this step, then it's going to show an output here on the right, just to make sure that everything is done correctly. Okay, so that is the second node. And again, here you can rename the node to something more appropriate, but we're going to leave this for now. Next, what you're going to do is we're going to add a new node, and we're going to call this we're going to choose the edit field set, and we're going to add fields here. So you can see the input. We can select from mark a message as read, as one node back, or Gmail trigger. We're going to select Gmail trigger for this. And so we're going to input a few things here. So we're going to call this email from, add a field, and this will be email subject. And then let's add email body. And then let's call this email ID. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to drag and drop. So we can see, if we choose schema, it's a little easier to see. And so you can see all of these different fields. What we're going to do is the from, we're going to drag to email from. And again, it's going to light up green. It means you did it properly. And you're going to see underneath, it's going to have a snippet of what it looks like. Okay, so now let's choose subject. And then let's choose the body. Body, I believe, is called snippet. Okay, snippet. And then the email ID is the same as the last node we just did. Okay, and you can see now we've got edit fields ready for the next one. Now we're going to add an AI node. So if we click the plus icon and we select AI, we're going to have a whole list of different nodes that we can select from. We're going to select AI agent, and it's going to populate with this screen here. So before we do that, in edit fields, we're going to execute that step so that there is an output. And then now we're back into the AI agent. We're going to add the chat model. So again, these are the different LLMs that we can select from. I'm going to connect my OpenAI account's already connected. So we're going to click out of that, drag it back over here. And then we're going to add a tool here as well. And we're going to call n8n workflow tool, and we're going to come back to that. That's for our sub workflow that we haven't created yet. So back in our AI agent, we're going to click this drop down, and we're going to select define below. And we're going to now select email body from the inputs. So you can see now it triggered green. And then we're also going to add a system message. Okay, so this is the prompt for the AI agent. Now you can go into any LLM and ask it to create a prompt. I'm going to paste something that I've already had, and I've just added the current date here as well. Okay, so that's the setup for the AI agent. Okay, next we're going to trigger this workflow. You can see the output populated. It's saying that we don't have the order status because we didn't put it in yet. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go to Gmail and add a Gmail node. Now, in the demo, I had a send message and wait for a response, but because I haven't configured the Shopify account yet, I'm just going to go to send message. So what we're going to do is let's put in the email, and let's put in approval. And in the message, we're going to drag the output from the AI agent. And once we execute that step, it'll send. Now, in the demo video, you can see that it goes through a check approval, and there's a condition here where if this condition is approved, is true, then it'll send an approved message or label as rejected. But just for the purposes of this particular build, we're going to keep it nice and simple. Okay, next, we're going to create a new workflow. should probably save this. And then let's create a new workflow. And here we're going to put in execute sub workflow. And we're going to use the trigger when executed by another workflow. Okay, now we're going to leave this as defined using fields below. I'm going to add field, and we're going to call this order ID and leave it as string. Let's save it here. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to connect this new workflow. So let's go back to our workflow. In here, from our list, I'm going to save. And so if we go back into workflow 2, now it's connected. So now what we're going to do is we're going to send a new email, because the email that we sent, there was no reference to order number, and in the trigger we put an order number as the field that it's going to look at. So I'm going to send a new email. Hi, I ordered a camera system last week. Order number 1001. Where is it? Okay, so then when we send and we execute the workflow, it's gonna input some details here. And then from here, we add Shopify, get an order. Now, in my original demo video, I've got some code notes here just to clean up the response a little bit. They're not necessary, but if you go into your LLM and you add those in, that's gonna give you a pretty clean idea of what to put in that code. So that was the build. If you have any questions, drop it in the comment section below. If you wanted to find out how AI can help in your business, hit the link in my description. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one.